Okay. So,
Hi, Marcus.
hey, Ken. Yeah. Can you speak a little bit more? The audio suddenly got really.
Yeah, we had an issue with some latency there. I think it's catching up right now.
Okay, there you go. Okay, so on the phone right now is Ken Bruckner with the California National Party. Now, recently, Governor Newsom had announced a tri-state pact, which sounds very close to with the idea that that pact would disregard federal direction. Last time I recall a pact of states coming together to say they weren't going to follow what the federal government said was 1861. But Ken, you had a unique take on this. What is your background, sir, for everybody? If you could tell them how long you've been in the movement, and then what exactly are you saying you think Californians need to know?
Well, first off, I don't have N's in my last name. I'm really picky about that. It's a long story about that. But let's see. I got involved. Essentially, it was the election of Donald John Trump to President of the United States that gave me zero confidence uh, that the United States is actually a functional entity, a functional enterprise. And so I don't think that we can actually make any of that happen. So what's going on with that is that I reached out a lot of organizations. The first one I got involved with was the California National Party. I've slowly been trying to organize things there, work with the party at the state on California wide. We don't have a really good way to say it's not quite a nation. We don't want it to be a state, so we got California instead of using those. We use the proper noun instead of the other nouns for it. So it's a little bit awkward like that. So there's that. And so I've been organizing that and stuff. Right now I'm chair of the county central committee. That's the nomenclature that we use here in the state. And also I'm a volunteer coordinator for Southern California. So most recently, what I did is in relation to the movement that you brought me to the movement is like we can talk about the three. We like, for example, the three-state pact that he signed with Brown and Inslee of Oregon and Washington State, respectively. It's not nice to have sane people making decisions inside of a pandemic. One of the things I see a lot of people missing is that what a novel coronavirus does is it kills people pretty gruesomely, and it's very hard. The reason that we're all stuck inside is because it's really hard to keep it away. This is I don't think that the human race, our species, has faced any challenge to it that could potentially be so deadly. Now, there's nothing like the bubonic. It doesn't, the bubonic plague doesn't even rank up there. You can make the argument that antibiotics would make a difference with the bacterium, but that's different. But our medicine, our science has developed so much to the point of the year 2020 that we can't go and stomp this thing out. We're going to be dealing with this for years. So this is a very cunning and devious virus that's very threatening. And I've got a concern. I've got health. I'm a cancer survivor. I have diabetes. I could use to lose a whole bunch of weight. I'm over, and I'm over 50. That these are my personal issues. And it could take me out pretty easily. That's one concern. Let me move my camera. I want to get this right here. The door open.
Oh, just so that you know, Skype takes the middle third. So if you're looking at your screen and you're seeing yourself, it only captures the middle third. So right now,
got it.
Now your face is in frame. I did this before where I did an entire Skype interview like this.
Ooh.
It takes the middle third. So right now it's got your face and a little bit of the mountaintop behind you and a little bit of the CNP logo right above your head.
I know. Now I know. Okay, great. So here's the deal. Relating that, it's good to have people who are actually going to be listening to the science. And I feel good about that. And I feel safer as an individual for myself and my family who are, we're all over 50 in this house. And we all have health issues here. We all have health concerns here in relating to this novel virus. Um, and you see, the concern about that, I've had that versus many others in the United States, is that are people who don't want to listen to science and would essentially send people out to essentially become disease vectors who could essentially go out to essentially kill people, kill themselves and kill people who really don't deserve it. People who actually know better. So, and that's the thing about it. So we got people listening. Thank goodness. Thank goodness for Jay Inslee, Kate Brown, and the news. Yeah, that guy. So that's good. I know that there's a lot of talk. The thing is that the issue that I have with all is calling it the nation state.
Yeah. Well, what is it? You had a very specific comment that you made in an essay the moment this came out. I was not seeing many people saying that. If you could zero in on what you were saying that others were not grasping.
One of the things that everybody needs to go, one of the best movies, most informative movies that I saw when I was a kid was All the President's Men. And inside in the movie, Hal Holbrook plays Deep Throat, who goes and tells I know it's Robert Redford who's standing there. He plays Woodward, Bob Woodward, and Deep Throat tells Bob Woodward, follow the money. Yeah, about Watergate. Follow the money. And follow the money is the most important thing that everybody in the United States needs to do to understand how politics works. And when you follow the money trail, and it's right there for you to look at, man. It's right there at FEC, Federal Election Commission.gov. Look up how much money comes from California and goes to people who you and I villainize all the time. Donald Trump, it starts. All you need to do is look at Donald Trump, anything with Trump's name on it, anything with Mitch McConnell's name on it, or McConnell Victory Fund, McConnell this, McConnell that, trying to keep the nihilist GOP majority in place in the U.S. Senate. A lot of money comes from California. I link to that. Now, if the link that I have inside of my essay that you read, that I shared with you, Marcus, it links to a search on money that came from California that went to one of Mitch McConnell's many funds. You might use that money to go and pump it into other senatorial campaigns and stuff. But you control people with money inside of U.S. politics. Now, I'd like to create. Now, I'm working on trying to create a California that's less responsible. You can't get rid of it. I want to be really clear right at the top. You cannot get rid of private donations and have a republic that works in a modern republic. Anywhere that looks like anything that looks perfect, anything like Denmark, Germany, France, anything in the EU, next to EU but didn't join the EU, all of them take donations, but they don't have. But it isn't all 100% private money. Okay, it's it has some breaks on it. It has some restrictions. There's public funding of campaigns, and that's what they get. I'm sure that you can find critics of those systems in those countries too, but it seems like from over here, from most of the continent and better part of a continent, and definitely an ocean and another part of a continent in between us, it looks like it works all right. So that's one of the things.